take a walk on the woo-woo side with me. My name is Michelle Douglas and I am on a mission to help you to step into your power so that you can create the life you desire. Visit me at empoweredlifeprograms.com to learn more. Hello lovelies, it's Michelle here, and today I am going to be discussing the question, who is responsible if your love life is a mess? And this question could relate to any part of your life, not just your love life, because it's all the same really. So if your love life or any part of your life is a mess, who's responsible? It's you. Now, this isn't about blaming you for your current situation, because it's not like you're purposely doing things, making decisions, taking actions to purposely make your love life suck or any part of your life suck. But there are some old patterns that are running the show that are causing you to stay out of alignment with who you really are. So just imagine if you knew how to step out of that and create the kind of life that you actually want, and maybe attract the love of your life as well, that can happen when you're in alignment. And see, the problem at the moment is that you're living your day, doing your day-to-day stuff that you've probably always done or have done since you can remember. And you don't even realize that a lot of what you're actually doing is out of alignment with you. And when you create, or when you take action that's out of alignment with you, you create an energy, I guess, that perpetuates the problem. So let me give you an example. So someone like myself, I am a very logic-based, common sense type person. And if I allow myself to stay in situations like my old job, for example, where a lot of what happened there didn't make sense to me, I will not thrive. I can't thrive in that sort of environment. But I stayed there and I kept leaving and going back to that situation for over 20 years. Like, what was I thinking? Well, I didn't know any better. I didn't realize just how out of alignment that workplace was with me. When it comes to relationships, because, you know, that's my focus at the moment in Empowered Life Programs, is, you know, if you're in a relationship or you're looking for love, you may be finding yourself attracted to certain types of men who may be completely misaligned with who you are, but you're looking for that, I guess, chemistry. And I've had a chat to a client recently about chemistry, and chemistry doesn't always mean a good thing. It's sometimes it'll be an old pattern, possibly a past life pattern, that's causing you to feel this sense of chemistry because it's reminding you unconsciously of an old event that maybe there was a real passionate affair that you had with someone that ended up leaving you, or I don't know, who knows? It could be anything. But basically, you've got this attraction to men that bring up that feeling, when in reality, it's actually a red flag, but you're seeing the red flags as a positive, and you basically latch onto these men who are all wrong for you. So this is what actually happens when you are running these patterns and are unconscious of them, or you're not aware of them. And most of us won't be, because we don't have access to the Akashic records to have a look and find out, well, why am I running this pattern? And is it even a pattern at all? So the good news is you do have the power to step out of it. And if your love life is turning out really bad and you keep going for the men that you have that chemistry with, it might be worth, without, you know, if you're not working with me, choosing a different type of person to go on a date with. And you might go through that date and think, oh my gosh, that was so boring. But here's the thing, right? It's about stepping out of that old pattern and stepping into a new one. Now, yes, you might have to sit through a few boring dates. And this is why I always recommend that first dates be short and sweet. Just a coffee in the morning or a quick drink at a bar. Make sure you've got an out, I call it. So make sure you've always got a reason to leave early if you need to. And if you don't need to, you can stay and enjoy the evening or whatever. But yeah, I always suggest start small when it comes to dating, especially when it's first dates, because you don't want to get stuck with someone that's gross and boring, really boring. So your biggest problem here at the moment is that you're out of alignment with what you want, which is the ultimate relationship. So the only way to get into alignment with that ideal relationship is to shift vibrationally. And the only way to shift vibrationally is through your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. And if you are not shifting in relation to those, and there's some energetic qualities that need to be looked at as well, an energetic element, but they're the main three that you have complete control over. So you can change your thoughts about love and relationships. You can change your emotions about that. So instead of feeling down in the dumps and like it's hopeless and that you'll never meet someone, shift that into maybe feelings of hope and going, you know what, every single one I go on that's a dud is a step closer to the one, just really reframing those situations you find yourself in. Another thing you can actually do is, with your actions, is date different types of men. Change the way, like if you've been on dating apps, maybe turn them off for a while and just go outside and meet people. Do something different and just see what happens. Because this is the thing, right? Even with working with me, there is a trial and error element. Like it's like, all right, so here's how you are wired as a human and as a soul, and these are the types of situations you will thrive in. You will actually also thrive around people that are like this. These are the actions you were taking. Let's take these other actions or tweak those actions so they're more in alignment with you. And then watch and see what happens. Look for the feedback after the fact and just see what happens. Yeah, it's really a trial and error thing. And, even as a nutrition coach, it's all about test and measure, because I'm quite agnostic when it comes to different dietary choices. And it's just like, well, okay, you want to try that diet? Well, test it, see how you feel. Make sure you track the feedback you're getting every time you eat that type of meal. How do you feel within 30 minutes of that meal? How much energy have you got? What's happening to your body? Like, are you losing weight? Are you gaining weight? Are you bloated? Are you not bloated? That sort of thing. So you really, really need to just become more conscious and aware of the effects of your choices. And that's really important. So why things haven't worked until this point is because you weren't aware of what you were doing. You were just, going about life like normal people and making your choices based on what you think was the right thing to do. So now it's time to sort of start becoming more conscious of what your thoughts, emotions, and actions are doing. And are they in alignment with your desire? And are they in alignment with you? You may or may not know that if you haven't worked with me, but again, trial and error. And move forward on that basis and make tweaks as you go. So when you receive feedback, it could be in the form of a massive explosion and your whole life turns to poo. If that's the case, you've probably taken a wrong action. But if you're still seeing glimmers of positive amongst the not so positive, great, keep going and just see what happens. So I'll leave that with you. And if you really do want to start digging a little bit deeper into what's possible as far as manifesting the love of your life or anything else, really, check out my Manifest Love program, which is all about finding out why you're in a situation you're in, what you can do about it, how to start manifesting what you do want, how to stop manifesting what you don't want. And it's free. So head over to empoweredlifeprograms.com/manifest. And I would love to see you there.